Hi everyone. Today I will be talking about the Langchain framework. How does that work? Let's start about that. Langchain is basically a tool which being used for the which is basically being used for calling the agents, and it's basically an agentic tool that helps you to use the LLM. Like for example, if you can use the LLM in any way, like just like calling the Bedrock model over there, and try to create something out of it. But to be able to have this proper way of calling the agents, then creating an agents, then calling the models, and checking the databases, checking the APIs. So for those sort of things, only API won't work. You have to have some framework. So in that sense, actually, Langchain actually came into the picture. So Langchain consists of few things. One of the things is Langchain core, which consists of you can say prompt template, then memory, then shared memory, and all those things basically over there. So that's the one of the thing. The second thing is about the it has community, as like a Langchain community, which actually give you access to different sort of open search system, different sort of vector database, just like OpenSearch or FAISS. So those sort of things you are able to gather that through Langchain community. That's the thing. And about the other things, we have Langchain help you with different sort of AWS service, different sort of cloud services. For example, you can use the AWS, then you can use Azure or GCP for that matter. Use one of the services from that, and and then use the model from that particular service. So those sort of things actually Langchain helps you. And now for the linear communication, just like you wanted to call, you wanted to do some tasks, like just for example, let's take an example of checking the logs of Airflow cluster, whether at what time the cluster got restarted, or when the issue has happened. So at that time, you can use the Langchain. It has those capacity, so you can create an agent using the Langchain, and that's a linear services. You can go there on the CloudWatch logs, check the stuff over there, like which are info, which are errors, which are warnings. So and then you can try to segregate that. So that's a separate thing altogether. But if I talk about the how you can